this is being recorded, so regardless if you're just now coming in to our team or you're just now saying yes to the challenge, but obviously this is an affiliate call, so all of you guys that are a part of this are interested in growing a bigger organization and growing a bigger business. All right, so real quick, I want to just go over the I Choose to Live vision so you understand where we're headed. And I also want to give you what I would like to say is the proper expectation as you decide to elevate and succeed in life. And one thing that has to be clear for you to understand is that it's not going to be easy to be the best version of yourself. It's not going to be easy to be the best version of yourself. You know, I was writing earlier today and I was really reflecting over what the definition of success is. And, you know, so many people have different definitions of it. You know, some people think that it's a monetary gain. Some people think it's a title earned. Some people think it's, you know, how many people ask you for pictures, how many people like your Facebook status. But to me, success is none of that. All right. I believe that success is a being verb, meaning that once you decide to be successful, it's just simply no coming back from it. Once you decide to be successful, it's a state that you're in, right? And so, you know, there's a scripture that says, whatever state I am in, I will be content. And I think that if you really pay attention to what, you know, being content in whatever state you choose to be in. Now, when we decide with this I Choose to Live, you know, vision, you know, the state that I want you to be in, I want you to understand what I'm saying tonight because I'm not going to be long. When I say, for me personally, I'll use myself for an example. When I say that I choose to live, that is the state that I am in. The I choose to live means that I want to be the best version of myself with health, with experience and mindset. This is way bigger than network marketing. It's way bigger than you making $10,000 a month. It's way bigger than you being as healthy as possible. Is a state that you're in, right? And so when you say I choose to live, that means I choose to win. I choose to be the best version of myself in every aspect possible. Okay. So now once I make that decision, all right, if you choose tonight. Right? You choose what state you want to be in. And whatever you choose, I want you to be content with that. Now, I'm talking to people who have a goal or a burning desire to get to greatness, to get to their destiny, to get to the other side of the possible them, right? To get to the other side of who God actually created you to be, which is amazing. Right? And so I don't want you to decide to I choose to live and it's a point or there's a destination for it. It is a being. And when you decide to be successful and walk in that being verb of success, it is in your daily routine and in your daily habits. In your daily routine and in your daily habits, which means once you choose to win, no 24 hours should go by without you activating that being verb, without you acting upon that state that you say that you're content in. Now, I want to go somewhere with that point because one thing that's funny, I ask the question, you know, all the time to people, you know, how successful do you want to be? Or what is your goals? What are your visions? What are your dreams? I see people, you know, working and, you know, doing lives or posting on social media. But when it says whatever state I am in, I will be content. What that means is to be successful, it's not easy. To be the best version of yourself, it is not easy. So when we say to be content in that state, that means that even if it is difficult or hard, I still choose to go for it. I still choose to live. I still choose to become successful. You cannot choose this state of success, all right, when it's easy or it's convenient. You can't choose to be successful if you're going to choose this lifestyle when it's comfortable only, when there's no obstacles only, okay? So what my goal is to get a group of people, a team of people who decide that success is the state that they want to be in. It is that the being verb of them, success. People who you know, smell of success, they have a different look about themselves. They have a different desire to accomplish. They have a different language that they speak. It's something different about them, because we know that every hour, every minute, every 24 hours, every year, every month, I'm pressing towards becoming the best version of me. What's exciting about becoming the best version of you is that it doesn't finish until you leave the earth. It doesn't stop until you leave the earth. And so I always send a reminder to people that if you find yourself not striving to live, striving to be successful. When we talk about this word success, I'm telling you, most people have the wrong definition of it. You think if you bring 3 people into the company, or if you hit this board of leadership, if you make this amount of money, how many people comment on your Facebook status? But the definition of success is to be whole in all areas. To be whole in all areas. And I'm telling you now, to become whole in all areas will require you to put pieces together, all right, about yourself, okay? It will require you to put pieces together about yourself. And it's not like when you it's funny when you choose to live, when you choose to win. You know, when you were little, and they create these puzzles, and the puzzles are in the box, and the smaller you are, the less puzzle pieces are in the box. The bigger you get, there's 5,000 piece puzzles and 10,000 piece puzzles. Now, when you were just starting out in a desire to be successful, think about it like putting a puzzle together. When there was only 5 pieces to the puzzle, when you were younger, you could flip the box over and the puzzle pieces were kind of put together for you already. And so they would break up a little bit, but it was easy for you to put those pieces back together. Now, with growth and with constant desire to win or to be successful, the pieces, it gets larger. The amount of pieces in the box gets larger. It's more pieces now. It goes from being 200 pieces to 500 pieces to 1,000 pieces to 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000. And the crazy thing about choosing to live, and while I say that success is a state of being, all right, is that the more puzzle pieces, listen to me, the more puzzle pieces that there are to put together, the harder it gets, the tougher it gets. But the crazy thing about, you know, being content with the complications of success, or the complications of choosing to live, the complications of making sure you stay happy, the complications of believing in yourself, the complications of fighting off what you think, the complications of the battle of the mind that most people can't conquer. I always use the example, it is easier to get 1,000 preschoolers to be quiet at one time than it is to get someone to conquer their mind. But the bigger these pieces, the more pieces that there are, the complicated it gets, the more complicated it gets. However, as you slowly start to put them together, more accolades come. As you slowly start to put them together, the money goes up. As you slowly start to put them together, you start to look better. And whoever does not have their microphone muted, mute your microphone. As you slowly put them together, you become this superstar version of yourself. And every single one of you guys on the line tonight have the spirit of a superstar. When we talk about this constant state of fighting to be the best version of ourselves, guys, I want you to understand, and I'll make my point and then I'll get to what I was going to say. It is a being verb. So don't trick yourself to believe that one day the light will turn on and that's when you'll be successful, or that there's going to be this aha moment and you'll feel successful. The more you strive for success, the more pieces come. And the more pieces that come, the more complicated it gets. But when Paul said in the Bible that whatever state I am in, I will be content. What he was saying is, if I can put it in 2019 words, is that if I choose to be successful, no matter what I'm going through, no matter how I feel, no matter how many pieces to the puzzle it is, I choose to stay in this state. I choose to win. I choose to live, and that's just what it is. You know, I remember when I was in high school and 50 Cent had an album and it said, "Get rich or die trying." And I thought to myself that was aggressive, you know, to you be willing to die trying to get rich. What I would tell you to do is to be willing to die, be willing to spend your last days on this earth fighting to be a successor, fighting to live, fighting to be the best version of yourself. Now, here's the thing. To become the best version of yourself is going to require you. Here's where most of us, because when we get to the summer of 2020, we need to be different. We have to be sharper. We have to be much more equipped. You're going to have to be much more equipped in order to have the influence, in order to lead. Someone asked me, and I asked myself, and I want you to revisit this for yourself as well. You know, my purpose is to get every person that I come in contact with to live a leadership lifestyle. The problem with the word leadership is that we identify leadership with being able to lead a tribe. We identify leadership with leading people. But real leadership starts when you can lead yourself. Real leadership starts when you say, I choose to live in whatever state that I am in. I will be content in that state, and there is no longer an option for me to stop. There is no longer an option for me to go backwards. You will find yourself addicted to reading books, addicted to increasing your skill set of communication or sales or whatever it is. You'll find yourself trying to be the best at it. That is what I choose to live mean. So now, as we go forward as a team and have this specific goal in mind, there are three things that we are going to pay attention to extremely, all right, as we continue to fight to become the best version of ourselves. Now, I know I'm talking a lot and people are going to read the entire screen, but I want you to follow along with me, all right? So, and I want you to hear me without reading. Try to pay attention to it real quick, okay? So, with the I Choose to Live Phase 1, Week 1, right, we got 7 weeks of success preparation. Now, hear me real quick. How many people are on here? There's 61 people on here. Some people will get the video later. You got 6 weeks to go into 2020. It's 6 weeks left. Notice that I put 7 weeks here because it'll be time to celebrate the launch of the first week of 2020 if you can get through this 7 weeks of success preparation. Now, here's what I'll say. It won't be easy. It won't be convenient. But if tonight and moving forward, you choose to be in the state of success, you choose to understand success as a being verb versus a thing, versus an income goal, versus how many Facebook likes you get, whatever it is. But if success now is your choice until you leave this earth, you're going to be content with the assignments that are required in order to take you to the next level. So if you look here, we're hitting on 3 different, I Choose to Live is hitting on 3 different parts. Now I put health, experience, and mindset, but we're going to go from the left to the right. Because you won't have experiences and you won't stay consistent with your health if your mind isn't right. Now, this is just week 1. You're going to have every Sunday, we'll launch the new assignment, okay? And it won't always be me. I can tell, you know, I joke a lot and I can laugh a lot and I can be, a real cool person. But at the end of the day, I can tell very clearly who is in the state of being of success. It's just something different about those type of people. And with the I Choose to Live, it's not always about me talking. It's not always about me training. It's about who's really equipping themselves to have that aroma about them to win and to demonstrate a championship lifestyle. So here's what we're going to do. Because when we talk about turning into leaders and becoming the best version of ourselves, one thing that if you want to be a leader, stop looking to lead other people until you can successfully lead yourself. And what you'll notice is people will start to attract to you because of how different you are from them. So we start with mindset. I told every single one of you guys maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, to get a journal out. Get a journal out, and starting tomorrow until next Sunday, every day, I want you to write down something bad about yourself. Maybe you're inconsistent, right? We all got them. Maybe you're inconsistent. Maybe you don't believe in yourself. Maybe, you eat too much, or you have a problem with lying. I don't know what it is. Be real with yourself. Nobody's going to see this stuff. But over the next 7 days, what I want you to do is first write down the thing, okay? I want you to write down what the problem is, that one negative thing that you need to subtract. The second thing that you're going to do is how it has stopped your success. How is that negative thing, or that weak, that non-elevated situation or thing, how has it stopped your success? Because if you don't know how it's stopping your success, you won't stop doing it. You won't eliminate it. And the third thing is, how will changing this negative thing impact your life in a powerful way? Let me give you an example. If the thing is inconsistent, how has it stopped your success? Well, we know that if you're inconsistent, that means that nothing that is good for you will turn into a habit. And if it never turns into a habit, you never will consistently do it. And success will only come, and big results only come from things being habits and you being consistent with it. So how will changing this negative thing impact your life in a powerful way? Well, if I was more consistent, right, I would have a bigger bigger following. If I was more consistent, I would have more videos on YouTube. If I was more consistent, I would sign more people up into the business. If I was more consistent, I would make $10,000 a month. If I was more consistent, whatever it is, I need you to take 5 to 10 minutes a day, and I want you to write down that one thing about yourself and how it has stopped your success. Now, hear me out. Everyone on this call isn't going to do it, because I'm convinced that most people they just like to waste their time. Some people just like being a part of something, right? But I'm talking to the people who really choose to live, who choose today to be in that state of success. Now, every morning at 8 o'clock, I know some of you guys probably saw that 8 o'clock, the 8 o'clock, 7 minutes of wisdom each morning, and thought, I know Stanisha is not going to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. But what I have is every morning, there's going to be a video released. It's going to be 7 minutes, and it's going to give you revelation, the scripture, whatever you need. It's going to be different every morning, and I want you to listen to it. And from listening to that, I want you to write down what you have learned. It always won't be me talking. It'll be other people talking. And you will start to notice confidence building up inside of you. Guys, the most successful people in the world, it's not how many things they've added to their life. See, we're always looking to add on because no one likes to look within, right? It's easier to look at what you need versus what you don't need, because we want more. But the truth is, the most successful people in the world, the reason why they're that successful, the reason why they build big businesses, the reason why they're in tip-top shape is because they have mastered the art of elimination. They have mastered the art of identifying anything that stops them from getting to that big version of themselves, that stops them from getting to the superstar version of themselves. Confidence builds through understanding. I even use network marketing for an example. The only reason why you don't recruit 2 people a week, the only reason why you won't be able to sell 2 kits a week is lack of confidence. Trust me. Because if you truly believed in yourself, there is no reason why you would ever let fear or hesitation or doubt or anything come in the way from you and what your goal is. You might not know that it's a lack of confidence that's stopping you from performing on that level, but I'm letting you know that it is. So confidence builds through, listen to me, confidence builds through understanding, wisdom, and clarity. You're in this industry of network marketing or direct sales, right? Do you really understand it? Do you have the wisdom and the clarity of it? Because if you don't, you won't have the confidence to build it big. Once you have a sound understanding of things, it is very hard for you to have low self-esteem in your life. The more confident you become, the more results show up. What I love about confidence is it comes from understanding wisdom and clarity. It comes from seeking knowledge. So what we're going to do to prep us to go into 2020 to have the best year of our life is we will tackle areas that will stop you from manifesting greatness. Okay, that's stopping you from manifesting greatness. It's not how much we're going to add on. It's about what we're going to subtract. And this is how you prepare for success. Now, once a week, I want you to do something that you've never done before under experience. Write and tell the world about it. Encourage others to have an experience. I want you to understand something. Money is a result of how many people you help. Money is a result of impact. Success is a result of impact. So your experiences, what you choose to do. Hey, maybe you're not a reader. So you're challenging yourself to read a chapter of a book a day. I don't know. Maybe you're not that much of a talker, but you're making yourself, do a video every day. I don't know what new experience you need. As a matter of fact, it kind of goes hand in hand with whatever the negative things are you need to subtract. If inconsistency is your problem, then do an experience with yourself for 7 days and be consistent with something that you're normally not consistent with. But I want you to have experiences and to do things that is not normal for you over the next 7 days, and I want you to tell the world about it. Regardless if you started the Fly Fit Kit or whatever, I don't know what it is. Maybe you never kiss your husband or your wife good night at night, or you have a problem showing love. I don't know what it is, but I want you to do experiences that are not normal for you, and I want you to tell the world about it and encourage others to have an experience. When it comes to health, right? Intermittent fasting, and I've been seeing some people post a lot about it, but this is a powerful tool. I don't know if you guys know who Sean T is from Beachbody, but even him, he was in the greatest shape of his life. He started to activate this intermittent fasting, and it really changed his life. Now, most people will do it for a 7 or 8 hour time frame. Some people do it from 12 to 8 or 9. Some people do it from whatever it is. But what I want us to do on one accord, and now if you got any health issues or something and it's not good for you, you consult your physician. But for everyone who can, we only eat from 11 a.m. and about 8 stop eating food, and at 8:30 stop drinking water, okay? And I want you to do this for the next 7 days. And you'll be surprised how much clarity you get, watch this, on becoming the best version of you. It's not about losing weight. It's not about, having something to post and talk about. What about when you really start to look internally at what you need to do to become the best version of you? So what fasting does is, regardless if you want to talk spiritual or naturally, all right, if you were to ask a doctor what fasting does, is it gives your body time, your organs, it gives your body a break, pretty much. You know, your intestines are very, very long. If you keep on consuming food, I remember I read something where sometimes it can take meat 15 days to process through your body. Okay? That's where the sicknesses and the diseases come from. Now, if we were talking biblically, right? They say when you don't put any flesh in your body, or you don't have any food to pull as the fuel, then the spirit starts to fuel you. And obviously we know that our spirit is where all God power experiences happen. But you can't hear your spirit if you keep shoving food down your throat. You can't hear it. You can't hear what you're supposed to be doing if you're not fasting. So regardless if you're a Christian or whatever you are, you could be Christian, you could be Muslim, you could be whatever, all right? But I'm just saying that the fasting opens up a different revelation of you. You start to understand better. Now, I created something called Success 7 Workout Monday through Friday. This is going to be the fun part, okay? And so I'm going to have some people do videos just in case, and I'm going to start this tomorrow too. But we got mountain climbers, 7 sets of either 10, 30, or 50, okay? 7 sets of that. Every person who knows me know where the 7 is coming from, right? It's the number of completion. We're going to complete this. Steamships, 7 sets of 10, 20, or 50. It's based on how much shape you're in. Jumping jacks, 7 sets of 10, 40, and 100. One leg jumping jacks. You know, somebody would call that just a standing side crunchy, all right? I just like to make up my own names for things. But 7 sets of either 10, 20, or 30. Chair sits, which is squat, sit in the chair, get back up, of either 10, 20, or 30. And crunchies, either 20, 30, or 40. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's doing it. I'm telling you right now, between doing that for the next 5 days, all right, Monday through Friday, practicing, eliminating these negative things out of our life, being consistent with experiences, and this file will be in the group as soon as we finish, and this video will be for new people coming in. So next week, if someone comes in, you won't give them phase 2, you'll give them phase 1. I mean, week 2, you'll give them week 1, okay? And then people start to be able to do these assignments as we go. This is what I want to say, and I'm done tonight. I want you to have a revelation of who you really are. And I want you to give yourself permission, hear what I'm saying, to give yourself permission to dream big, to give yourself permission to have some crazy dreams and goals, to give yourself, some of you guys, listen, I don't want to get too deep on this call, but some of you guys need to forgive yourself or forgive others. But what we're interested in doing is to make the inside of you super clear. We want to push out and remove everything that is blocking us from being and filling ourselves with things that will increase us. I want you to take life serious. I want you to take your goals serious. I want you to take when you get up in the morning, say a prayer, right? When you get up, for every one of you guys that are trying to win in the physical world, it won't happen until you get in touch with the spiritual world. And when you become committed to that, that is when success shows up for you. Stop. So many people hide behind so many things. People who joke around a lot. It's cool to do it sometimes, but I've noticed people who joke around a lot, they usually battle with self-esteem. They do. Every person that is on the line that have self-esteem issues, let me tell you something. Get rid of that right now. In 2020, we don't have time for that. Let me tell you why. See, wisdom is the supreme thing, and wisdom is going to set you up for success. Let me tell you where the lack of self-esteem comes from, or the lack of belief. And you're going to hear me say it over and over and over again. The lack of self-esteem comes from the lack of wisdom. So when you have low self-esteem in something, it's because you don't have clarity. And I just talked about it, clarity and understanding of who you really are. And here's the crazy thing, you know, this is how the devil likes to set people up. We spend our time watching TV. We spend our time watching videos. We spend our time hanging out with people. You're hanging at who you really are is not going to ever just show up. When you come into the realization of who you really are, it's going to be because you were looking for it. When you make your first $1 million, it's not going to come because you want it. It's going to come because you were looking for it. You got to lay in the bed and go, you know, what in the, who am I? Who am I? What do I really deserve? Who's spoken to me to make me think that dreaming real big is kind of psychotic? Who's speaking to me or in my head or saying things to me that's causing me to perform less than what I'm capable of doing? We have to identify and attack what I would call these demons, because I'm telling you something. They love to see people underperform. And until you are committed to performing at the highest version of yourself, you will never do it. So it's a lot of you, it's 68 people on here. It's a lot of you guys that deal with low self-esteem. You cover it up with different things, but there are. And I'm telling you right now, all of us were made the exact same way. Your mama and daddy, or your father and mother, or whatever, they had some fun. You came into the world. Your mama held you for 9 months. She pushed you out, regardless if it was a C-section or whatever. Okay? We all came wearing Pampers. We all started walking between 7 to 9 months. Some took a little longer. But what's crazy is when you have a revelation, we're all equal. So I'm not talking to the people with too much self-esteem tonight. I'm talking to the people who have not been winning. So you don't understand that you have the right. Remember, I told you yesterday, my move for 2020 is who got my stuff, who has my money, who has my happiness, who has my success, who has my stuff. And what you'll realize is the only reason it has not come to you is because there's too much crap going on in the inside. It's the battle of the minds. It's you versus you. It's me versus me. So as I become a master of elimination of foolishness, then I become that superstar version of myself. Then I become this person that I've been dreaming about or visioning in my head. But remember, it won't come from any other source but through you choosing to be in the state of success. And after you choose to be in the state of success, you got to start searching. You got to start searching. So I want us to really pay attention to this. This assignment will be in the group for this week. Hey, listen, I want y'all to I want you to lead people. I want you to lead people. Every single one of you guys on here have a tribe or a group of people that are called for you. Everybody on here has a group of people that will not become the fullest version of themselves until they hear your voice. It don't matter how powerful I am. It doesn't matter how powerful anyone is but you. Accept the challenge. Believe in yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop questioning yourself. Stop questioning these foolish things that we consider success. How much money you made. That doesn't determine anything, because the money won't be made until you start believing in yourself. So we choose to live, guys. I want you to take this serious, and I want you to take your life to the next level. And let me tell you something. For every single one of you guys that are trying to become leaders. You're trying to get that influence over the world. Let me tell you one of the best things I've been good at my whole life. I will copycat anybody that has some results. I don't care who you are. If you see me do something, you go do it. If you learn something or someone teach you something, go tell the world about it. If you see I'm doing 7 minutes of wisdom, all right, I'm challenging myself to do a video Monday through Friday for the next 7 weeks. I won't be on camera. It'll be audios. I will grab my phone and I will speak. You do it. You go get a flyer and a poster of yourself and you post it. And let me tell you something. This mindset that we have for 2020 of who has my stuff, that means demand respect from people. Command respect from people. How do you do that? By your posture.